we have been talking about institutions in terms of parliamentary, presidential. You are hinting at the possibility of BNP may coming to power. Uh, Tariq Rahman is now back in the country. He has received a fantastic welcome at the airport, and the roadshow was attended by thousands, if not lakhs, of people. And the subsequent public meeting was also a grand success. A few questions here. Why was he in exile for 17 years? And he's now back. Yes, the initial public reception was good, but do you think he really has touch with the grassroots of Bangladesh? And do you think this positive reception he got at the on his arrival will continue till the elections?
Well, Tariq Rahman was basically the architect of Bangladesh Nationalist Party's victory in 2001.
Mhm.
And he partnered his mother in 2001 to 2006 as the brain of the government, and he was highly influential. But he was not a member of the parliament. During that time, he became the joint secretary, the first joint secretary of the party, which was an important position that was given to him by his mother. Because he had, in a way, engineered that election victory, and it was a massive verdict that she had. And then Khaleda Zia, partnered with Jamaat Islami, and a lot of law and order issues
Mm,
happened. And the international situation was also very different because we had the 9/11 happening at that time, and the whole issue of sensitivity towards terror was a matter which acquired a particular sense of urgency during that time, and which did not get that sort of a response from the BNP in 2005, 2001 to 6. Though BNP continues to insist that they actually took a lot of actions, etc. But these are for later day analysis. What happens here is that Tariq Rahman, after the 2006, when the political instability started in October, November 2006, and finally when the 111 government was formed in January 2007, there was a lot of contest for power as it happens in Bangladesh, and the BNP was accused of corruption. And
mm,
Tariq Rahman was taken into custody. He was quote unquote tortured. He was, and there was also very severe, physical injuries that he had to endure during that time. And in that set of circumstances, he gave an undertaking to the government of that day. That is, that he will stay away from politics of Bangladesh. And it is on that undertaking that he was allowed to leave Bangladesh. So the reason that it's basically it's kind of a black and white statement here
mm,
that the reason that he stayed away from Bangladeshi politics for a certain period of time was because of this undertaking that he had given not just to a interim government but to an interim government that is backed by the Bangladesh military. And Bangladesh military is not going anywhere. So if anybody gives an undertaking to the Bangladesh military, then that is an undertaking given to the Bangladesh's establishment, and that's a serious matter. So what happened here is that as long as Sheikh Hasina was contesting, or rather, she was ruling from 2009 to 2014, that undertaking was sacrosanct. But once the 2014 election appeared to head in a direction where the opposition, that is BNP, refused to participate, that is the moment when Tariq Rahman's undertaking basically fell apart. Because the BNP's
mm,
position from that election onwards was that since we have boycotted all the three elections down to 2024 January, so therefore that undertaking to the military is no longer valid because we didn't participate to begin with. So
mm,
where is the question of my staying away from politics or getting involved with politics? So Tariq Rahman's position was therefore revised in that backdrop of boycott of the election. And since the election was boycotted, and his mother made it very very clear that since it's a boycott by the party, so neither Tariq nor she herself would be at the forefront of the political activities. So that reason that he stayed away for the first 5 years was because of that undertaking given to the
mm,
military, and for the next three elections that the BNP stayed away was because there was a consensus within the party that there is no point contesting election because Army League is going to rig the elections, and that was the position that they took, and therefore he stayed away subsequently because of an internal political understanding. And
And
what
how
you
do you?
mentioned about, yeah, also that the rally that he has, the welcome rally that we all saw on our TV screens in Dhaka. I mean, it's absolutely stupendous because we haven't seen such a huge rally for a leader who stays away from his or her country. I mean, the only comparable example that comes to my mind is when Benazir Bhutto returned to Pakistan
Mm,
in 1986 April. And reportedly, there was a consideration that Benazir, whether she should come to Karachi because she belongs to Karachi, or should she
mm,
return to Lahore. And there was a feeling within the Pakistan People's Party that Benazir, if she returns to Lahore, perhaps the number of people would the turnout would be smaller because she's not a Punjabi.
mm,
But then there were 3 million people who came to welcome her in Lahore airport, and
mm,
she wrote in her autobiography, The Daughter of the East, that how she saw those millions of people from her aircraft in the sky, that they were literally covering the whole the surface of Pakistan, Lahore. So I think this is what I think even Tariq Rahman must have felt, that the power of a political party, especially a party which is known as an establishment party, just like yeah, Awami League was till its leader fled. This sort of a political party has a particular advantage because they are automatically connected to the people, and people miss its leaders, when they are not seen on the ground. But then, having said that, what happened immediately after that welcome was also interesting, because we have to remember what's happening in the dynamic political field of Bangladesh. Next day after Tariq Rahman's return, Jamaat-e-Islami went ahead and snagged this new political party called the National Citizen Party.
mm,
And more or less, the party fell apart because Jamaat-e-Islami grabbed that party and made it into an alliance partner for the next election. So Jamaat scored a tactical victory vis-a-vis BNP. So we also have to remember that yes, Tariq Rahman has received a great deal of support and a very warm welcome, but the coming days are no less challenging because every day is a challenge. So I think, considering that, they have planned this period of mourning for Khaleda Zia, in which people are interacting with the party, they are meeting party's leadership, and people are coming to Khaleda Zia's grave in Dhaka from different parts of the country to place flowers and show their respect. And then all over the country, in every district and division, BNP is conducting these meetings, these meetings in remembrance of Khaleda Zia. So this campaign will have to be, in a way, kept on if they have to really, take advantage of that emotional, that sympathy factor.